Pisces, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late June 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here just so we can dip our toes into energy and see what's going on for the lovely Piscean collective. I hope you're all doing fabulous, my friends. Let's go, my guides. Shuffle it up here one time. What do we got for us, the Pisces collective, please? Let's see what's up. And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card, then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But here we go. Let's get it going. What's up with Pisces, please? In the front end. Thank you. Nice and quick here. Okay, so yeah, this is someone possibly trying to lay low, keep their cool. This is a beautiful aesthetic card as well. There's a lot of layers here, but it could also be somebody that's just not wanting any kind of drama. Like this is big laying low type of energy. So maybe there's someone that doesn't want any issues with you. That's a big vibe here. Now, before we get into it, because there's a lot of different layers of that first card. If you're new here, I'll be speaking about the June subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading, let's talk about it. So we see this lovely lady. She is in a pond surrounded by the different birds, and she is somewhat dressed up like them. So obviously when this card shows up, it is very water sign type of energy with the beauty, and it seems a little etheric as well. But the main thing to me is somebody trying to blend in and not cause any waves. So maybe some of you are in that mode, just minding your own business, staying in your own lane, not wanting any of this, any of that, other people's drama, just not interesting to you. There could be an individual that is just trying to avoid issue with you as well. Like, especially if there's someone that's gotten on your bad side, they could just be trying to stay on your good side with this card. But since there is so much aesthetic beauty, you might be paying extra attention to your looks, right? Whether it's like hair, clothing, there might be something revolving around your aesthetics that you might be changing or taking a look at. But to me, this is more of a card of no drama, right? No drama, no beef, I'm good. I'm staying in my own lane. So take that for what it's worth. We're going to get you into tarot now, Pisces. And I always say that first card doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a footnote. But yeah, we're going to get you 3 cards real quick. What do we got here, my guides? Shuffle it up here. What's up with my friends? So let's talk about last week's reading, Pisces, while we shuffle these cards up. It seems like in the past 3 weeks, 2 of the readings were revolving around communication. They were revolving around literal talks. Last week's reading was titled An Emotional Talk, right? Spilling one's feelings, telling someone how you truly feel, or maybe someone wanting to do that towards you. Remember, those communication energies, since they've been so heavy, could still bleed over into the coming weeks. But as you know, readings are never set in stone, so only take this how it hits for you. We could be seeing your energy or someone you're linked to, right? So let's get you 3 cards before we get the intuitive stuff popping. What do we got here for Pisces here in late June? Guides. And the deck is being specific already. There we go. Card number 1. We got the 10 of Wands. Make sure you're taking care of yourself, my friends. We got the 10 of Wands, which could be a little tired. Hopefully you're not having energy issues when this card shows up. Like, you might be feeling a little zapped, a little tired. It's a heavy type of card. Let's get 2 more. Thank you. Okay, the Hanged Man, yeah, so needing to take a rest, take a break. For some reason, recuperation is a big thing that I'm seeing already with the Hanged Man there. Let's get 1 more, because the Hanged Man is at a full stop for whatever reason. Thank you. All right, we got the World on the back end. Not necessarily a bad card, but this could talk about an ending of some sort. So something could be come to a close with the World on the back. It could be karmic. We have a lot of powerful energy here to play with, Pisces. So let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes before we get into the intuitive stuff. Now, at first glance, when I look down at this spread, yes, I did say we have some heavy energy here in the front, stopped energy, ending energy, major arcana doubling up. Generally, when we see major arcana in multiples, those are powerful archetypes that we want to keep taking a look at throughout the reading. But let's just go through one by one. We got fire starting us off here with the 10 of Wands. Now, the positives of this card, because every card has positives and challenges, the positives of the 10 of Wands could be someone with a ton of determination to keep pushing, keep moving, regardless of how heavy this energy is or how many sticks they're carrying, they're going to keep walking up that hill. So that could be good. But I always say that this card could be a warning about your physical health and vitality. it's heavy. So whether this is an emotional heaviness, a physical one, a mental heaviness, this is someone with a lot of weight on their shoulders, like they feel like they're carrying a lot. So I always say with the 10 of Wands, just please make sure you're taking care of yourself and getting proper rest. Might be time for a break, especially with the next card coming up. The 10 of Wands could also, I mean, I always say watch out for areas like your neck, back, and spine. You might be having a little tightness there. You might need a nice little massage when this card shows up. So we'll see what that's about. In its worst case scenario, it could even represent someone that's feeling like some sort of guilt. But we're not going to go that route just yet. Now, moving to the center, we have the Hanged Man. This card is linked to the Scorpio collective, and some people even link it to Virgo. And when we see this Hanged Man, it is a plan-based type of energy. So this could be planning, strategizing. It's stopped. It's not moving. So after a card like this, now we have the Hanged Man and then the World on the end. You might be putting a halt, putting a stop to something, ending something, taking a break from something. These are all things we could think of. The Hanged Man is extremely analytical. It's watching. Like you see that person, yeah, they're hanging upside down, but they're analyzing, they're watching. This could also be a card of self-sacrifice, taking one for the team. So next to a card like the 10 of Wands, that heaviness, the Hanged Man, this is someone that puts the happiness and comfort of others ahead of themselves, okay, with these first two cards combined together. So we'll see what it's about. All right, to me, I do think it could be someone like taking a break or a rest of some sort. Now, moving to the back end, we have the World card, which sometimes that can be an intimidating card to others, but trust me, this is a much nicer card than people usually give it credit for. It's angelic. When I see this card, I do think of a closing chapter, possible ending, a culmination of sorts. The World is just super angelic though. Like this can be a happy ending when this card shows up, but we think of on to the next chapter. This card could have karmic archetypes, and I did see in recent weeks for the Pisces as well, there was karmic energies at play, which could still be working their way through. So whether it is an ending of some sort or taking a break from something or a karmic cycle. Also with the World, it could literally be representing the world we live in. So there might be certain things happening in the world today that are stressing you out a little bit. You might be paying attention a little more than you normally do, watching the news or on the Twitter feed, whatever it might be. So you might need to pull back from that. But we have a lot of stuff happening here. There could be something on its way out. So let's dive deeper, Pisces. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, shuffle it up one time. We'll reset this deck, see what we got here for Pisces. Please, my guides and spirit team. And yes, my friends, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot. Because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that 10 of Wands there. And yes, my friends, if you're a reader as well, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages that you want to give to Pisces, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, 10 of Wands. Why is it happening? What's the energy? What's that 10 of Wands here? Thank you. Okay, 5 of Cups in reverse. Okay, yeah, this is a very healing type of energy. Okay, someone getting better, that's for sure. Like something slowly but surely improving, slowly but surely getting better, but you might wish it would take, like it would hurry up. That's the vibe I'm picking up here. We have the 5 of Cups in reverse, the River of Tears in reverse. So when I see this card, it does make me think of sadness, depression, all those things. When we see it in reverse, it does talk about improvement. This could also represent somebody like continuing to push, regardless of how hurtful, regardless of how painful, regardless of the struggle. They're going to keep it pushing. They're going to keep it moving. But the thing I'm feeling intuitively is, yes, slow and steady improvement. So whether that's in you, this could be health related for some people. This could be mental related, emotional, just like I was saying. But there is this slow and steady healing that I'm picking up, which is nice. We always love to see healing energy in a reading, right? Because we all have something we need to heal from. But I don't feel like I need to really overextend this message. It's very simple. It's very straightforward. Another thing I'm picking up here is this could be somebody trying to keep themselves busy as well. Like if they are hurting from something, or if there is something bothering them, they're trying to keep themselves busy, right? Like, so they don't have idle hands, so they don't overthink or think too much. So if you're having issues with someone or they seem a little distant, they might be purposely trying to keep themselves busy. We're going to go in on the Hanged Man. We're not going to keep pulling messages out of that. It is what it is, right? So why is this Hanged Man here? I really want to get over to that world because I feel like that could be a big pillar of what's happening here. Why is the Hanged Man in this mix? Thank you. Seven of Cups, yeah, somebody weighing options here. Interesting that along the bottom we have like all cup cards, all emotion. These waters are running very deep on the undercurrent of this spread. Now the Seven of Cups, yes, it could be someone like caught in their head, overthinking, daydreaming. I do feel like for a lot of you, this is somebody really in the planning phase of something big, like about to make a move, about to take an action. Because you see, remember I said the Hanged Man is somebody planning, analyzing, watching. When we have a card of options underneath, it's like, okay, what next? What's the next move? What's the next action? So just know, like, there might be someone you're linked to where they're formulating a plan or they have a plan to move forward in some way, right? Take that however it hits for you. Maybe that's something you're doing as well. But with the Seven of Cups, it's also very daydreaming, all right? There's a lot of mental action with the Hanged Man. This could be somebody like really just lost in their own thoughts, lost in their own mind. So it's completely opposite to what we have here in the beginning, whereas this person is trying to keep their physical selves, their hands busy. This individual could be keeping their mind active, right? So it's like back and forth. I mean, maybe it's someone doing both. But I do feel like this could be two different people where one is trying to stay more physically active, another is trying to stay more mentally active and emotionally. Let's go in on the World card and see what's up with that. Then we'll do a quick recap. So why is that World here for Pisces? I mean, interesting reading, my friends. But why is this World here for Pisces? Why is the World here for Pisces? Thank you. I mean, this doesn't feel bad to me. Like, bigger and better cycles ahead. We have the King of Pentacles in the upright underneath this World card. Like, some good stability coming in, even if you don't feel like there is. The King of Pentacles is just that big shot caller type of energy. If you're not linked to an Earth sign, for some of you, yes, this could talk about an ending or a fallout with an Earth sign, of course. But I don't feel like this is a bad ending. I feel like this is a happy ending, right? Like, even if there is struggle, even if there's like a lot of stuff happening, on here, the back end, to me, this feels like a prototypical happy ending coming in. Maybe Spirit's asking you to visualize and see what is your happy ending. What do you want that to be? What do you want it to look like? Visualize it and it will come in. But I feel like this is very good because the King of Pentacles is grounded. It's abundant. It's overflowing. So if this isn't fallouts with an Earth sign or a work situation, to me, this just feels like a happy ending. Okay, even though we have some choppiness up front, and I think that's a very good type of way to end off this reading, Pisces, because, you know, we all have a happy ending in mind where we want to go, what we want to do, and the road is never easy for any of it. So like, this does feel like a travel, a destination, a journey of some sort. Even though this reading is for this week, for some reason it's like encapsulating a much larger amount of time. So maybe Spirit's asking you to look forward into the future, look into the past, learn from those lessons. Let's go through and do a quick recap, but I love this on the back end, Pisces, because this is a happy ending for sure. That's just the vibe I'm picking up. Because if that king was in reverse, then we'd be talking a little something different. Then that would be upheaval. But let's go through and do a quick recap. If you kindly look in the box, position number 1, and yes, I did mention we have multiple cards of endings. We have a 10, we have the World, but the 10 of Wands with the 5 of Cups in reverse, it was making me feel like somebody slowly but surely improving, slowly and surely healing, getting better, and those are good energies overall. But another vibe I was picking up here is someone purposely trying to keep themselves busy. Whatever this heaviness is, whatever it is they're feeling, like they're trying to purposely, physically keep themselves active. And as we press forward to the center of the spread, completely opposite. We have the Hanged Man with the 7 of Cups, someone keeping themselves mentally active. So this could be two people in different modes. But another vibe I'm picking up here is someone in the planning phase. Like, all right, what next? What to do? What's the option? What's the route? Because this could be someone you're linked to in a planning phase. On the back end, though, whatever challenges, trials, tribulations does culminate, because we have the World and the King of Pentacles in the upright. Sure, maybe some of you are having a fallout with an Earth sign. If that's not the case, to me, this feels like a prototypical happy ending coming in. So for a lot of you, that could be within reach. That could be within striking distance. For another portion of you, maybe it's about identifying what that goal is, what that big pot of gold at the end of the rainbow is. So I like this energy, Pisces, and I say it every week. I'm part of the Pisces collective myself, so I love this for us. Let's get into the shadow card. Let's see what's going on in the shadows for Pisces. Guides. What's up? And I always like to pull a shadow card at the end of every spread. You know that if you watch every week, whether it's something internal, whether it's something you don't quite see, a shadow card is always a nice thing, I think, right? And again, I have a Scorpio moon, so let's see what we got here. All right, yeah, talking of Scorpio, I literally mentioned my Scorpio moon and the death card comes out. Don't be afraid of this card. Don't be nervous about it. This is also a karmic energy as well. The death card generally talks about Phoenix rising energy. This is a card of rebirth. So the fact that it's in the shadows, a card like this does belong there. For some of you, you might be nervous about what the future holds when this card shows up in the shadows. Like, how am I going to remake myself? How can I start over? What's the new cycle going to be like? When I see the shadow side of the death card, it does represent two main things to me. Someone that is nervous about the future, or as somebody that can't let go of something that happened in the past, because death is all about change. It's about transformation, rolling with the punches. Generally, Pisces is very good with that, but there could be something you're holding on to and lingering with here. For another portion of you, it might just be a Scorpio that you have a rough history with. But Pisces, that's what I have for you this week. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the June subscriber surprise. If you got your name in for the May subscriber surprise, the winners will be announced in my community tab after this week's fire and air readings. But for the month of June, I'll be giving away 2 copies of the beautiful Everyday Witches Tarot. It's one of my favorite decks out there. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends, first, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are. And second, let me know down in the comments, out of all the cards in this week's reading, which one explains how you're feeling currently right now. Which one are you vibing with? You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, I'll put the winners in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you next time.